Hi and welcome to my next video. In my last video, I got one comment that the user has created a IAM user using Terraform. Now he wants to log into AWS Console using this user which he has created with the Terraform by following my video. Now, in this video, I am going to show how we can log into AWS console using the user which we have created through Terraform. To do so, we need to take care of few things, and if you have not watched my previous video, you can watch it. That was the continuation video of my previous video, which I have started the series for creating an IAM user using Terraform. So do check that video, and in this video we will continue to our code, uh, and we will create we will make some changes in our code to get the AWS user login credentials. So to log into the AWS console, we need a password which we had not set in our previous video, and we are going to set it in this video. In my previous video, I just created an S3 policy for the user to access the S3 bucket, and now let's get started. As you can see here, it's my main file. Now you may find some changes, as I have updated my Terraform version from 0.12 to now I am on version 1. I will show you quickly. Okay, as you can see in the terminal below, let's find this. I'm using PowerShell. Let's switch to my WSL. Okay, so now Terraform -v, and now I am on Terraform 1.0.2 version. Terraform have made some changes in declaring the provider. Now here after 0.13 we have the new declaration for the Terraform provider. Previously we had this kind of declaration. We used to write provider, AWS region, and whatever region we are using. Now the Terraform version 0.13 forward, we are using this format. The Terraform, we have to declare the required provider here, as we can use more than one provider in our single code, so we can declare like this. So required provider is AWS and source is HashiCorp AWS, and my version it's greater than 3.0. Let's have a look to our user.tf file. In that user.tf file, this is the previous code which I had explained in my previous videos. Now today I am going to explain the new one. So let's have a quick recap. Here we are going to create a new users, and we are using a loop. In this loop we are going to create users from our variables which I have declared here. I have two users, that's Abdul and Khalid. In my previous videos I have shown you that how I have created these users. So there are two users. If I refresh, there are only three users. This Abdul and Khalid. These are created by Terraform, and these users have nothing but the one EC2 policy and S3 policy for Khalid user, and no security credentials has been set yet. Okay, you can see console password is disabled, assigning MFA is not assigned, signing certificate is none, no access key. Yeah, we can create manually, but we are going to create credentials using Terraform. So Abdul user has EC2 full access. Let's have a look on the Khalid user. It also has the S3 user policy which we have created. using Terraform in my previous video. As you can see, S3 bucket policy for IAM user and EC2 full access. Of the credentials, the console password is disabled, no MFA and nothing, no access key. Okay. Now here, back to the code in users. I will just uncomment this and will explain to you. Now we have to use the profile. We have to create the login profile for the users which we have, and here I am using the resource AWS IAM user login profile. This is documented in Terraform's official documentation. I gathered this information and created a code for myself. So as we are using the count, the loop for creating the users which are there in our variable files, there are two. In future we can increase, we can make as many as we can, and we can remove. It will be better to do so for managing all users. And so this resource will run for 2 times for user Abdul and for user Khalid. So, and here we are setting the password reset required to true. This parameter is to set when we want to change first login password. Whenever user is going to log in with the password which we provide, they can set whatever password they want. And here we require PGP underscore key. This is a required factor. We have to set up Keyways, and to set up Keyways we can follow their official documentation. Let me quickly go to Keyways, searching for the Keyways. As you can see, I have created a Keyways for myself. This is Wasim 9028. As you can see, I have set up it in my WSL here. If I do the Keyways space ID, now you can see this is my identity, Wasim 9028. I have set up it here for this video. It's very easy. You can do Keyways by yourself. You can go to this website keyways.io. Here you will find the guide for installation wherever you want, Mac OS, Windows or Linux. I did on Linux on Ubuntu based system. Just call this URL and install with Debian packages. If you know how to install the dev packages, it's great. If you don't know, just follow these steps. You can also install this .deb package by using the dpkg-i and then the package name. After installation, you can follow the simple user guide, Linux user guide. You can just do one run for Keyways. It will run and start. If you don't have any signing account, so you need to sign up here. Just follow the instructions, whatever it want, the user ID and password for your for setting up the Keyways on your system. Follow these steps. You just need to set up the Keyways sign up, then it will be signing you up, and then you can ignore all this. We are not going to heavily using this Keyways for storing our password, credentials, anything. So you can just ignore them and just run this command for getting any help whenever you require for the Keyways. So not required, it is also not required. Or you can set the Keyways service at run whenever your system restart, or you log into the system, you can start it, the services here, and as I run the command Keyways ID, it will show you your ID. Okay, that's it for the Keyways. If you encountered any difficulty in setting up the Keybase, you can just follow this Stack Overflow link. Here it is shown what the required thing to get this enabled. So keybase pgp gen you need to run to create a secret for your machine whenever you are doing the first time. Okay, so let's back to our code. Now I have created the keybase for this and name is Wasim9028. Now what it will do, it will create our users. Here it will follow, it will attach our policies, and now it is creating the login profile. It is going to create the passwords. We need to get those passwords. The Terraform is going to store those passwords in TF state file, and we require the Terraform output to get those passwords. Either we can declare in our output. Here we can declare the Terraform output to store the password here in output password format, password command, or one we can copy the encrypted password. Terraform will provide us the encrypted password. We need to decrypt it, and I will show you how to decrypt it. And we are going to create output here. We don't require it actually, and I will show you why we don't require it. Just stay with me. That's the small changes, and again in policies we need to add login account policies. So I will just comment out it here. What this policy will do in the Terraform users which we have created for AWS Console, whenever we are creating any users, the users must be set for some restrictions. That's the password restrictions we are doing here. We are setting the minimum password length to 8. The required is lowercase, uppercase, numbers, and the special symbols. Also, this is very important for the user who must change his password after first login. So allow user to change the password is also true. So that's all are the changes we have to do here, and let's just quickly jump to our console. Let me expand it. Now we'll run Terraform plan. Let's run the plan first. Okay, as usual I have to provide the credentials. Okay, sourcing to my credentials here. I will run Terraform plan. If you are doing first time, then we can do the Terraform init. We have already initialized it, so we don't really require the Terraform init. We don't require it again and again. So let's run the Terraform plan. It will take a little bit of time, depends on your internet speed. Okay, now it is finished. Let's have a look on it. Let me expand it a bit. What it is going to do, it is going to create a users Abdul, then Khalid. It is just changing, not creating new one. As you can see tilde, it is changing as it is going to create a login profile for these users. So login profile, it is going to create a strict policy and it's strict password policy and login profile for the users. This is for Abdul and this for Khalid. So it's going to create 3 things and destroy 0, changes 0. And output will show the password of these in encrypted format. So without wasting time, let's just apply the changes. I will do -auto approve as I don't want it to ask me for yes or no. Okie dokie, now it has been finished. Now you can see the password output has been printed on the screen. These are the password for our 2 users. This is for Abdul and this is for Khalid, as I am not wrong. Let's see. Yeah, it is creating Abdul first and Khalid then. Now we need to decrypt these passwords. These are in encrypted format and it will not work for our users in AWS. If I do, okay, check it later on. Okay, now in our users, now let's see your changes and then we will try to log in by decrypting the password. Okay, let's check for the Abdul first. Security credentials. Now you can see console password is enabled and we have not enabled any access key or secret key. We can do it in later on videos in future, but for this video we are just creating the user password. So let's back to the console. We have to decrypt this password. We can use Terraform output, then output variable. What was the parameter? It was the password. From the txt file, this command will get the output for this password. Now, if I follow this tutorial, here it is shown. If I run this command, Terraform output password, then base64 decoding, and keybase is PGP decrypt, as it is encrypted in PGP, it will not work. As you can see, it is showing invalid input. Why? Because in this password there is no single password, there are multiple passwords. So this is the first password and this is the second password. That is why it is showing the password input is invalid. For this base, we are passing this output of this command to base. So what is the solution for this? It's very simple. You just have to provide this encrypted password to the base64 command to decode it. So let's do the echo and then the first encrypted value, then base64 hyphen decode and then keybase PGP decrypt. Let's run it. Okie dokie, now we have the password here. This is the password for the user 1, which is Abdul. Let's copy this, switch to our AWS console. Let's go to aws.console.aws.com. Let's log in here. User is Abdul and password just be copied. Now we have signed in and it's showing you must change your password to continue. Let's do the password old one and we will do the new one. And now we have successfully changed the password and we are logged in. Similarly, we will do for the another user here, the uppercase, and then remove this. That is our second key. Second key is this one. Control it, paste it, and run it. Now that we have the second decrypted password, here, copy it, go to console, signing out, sign in again. This user is Khalid and password is for Khalid. Come save it. We will change the password, in the last character, and we will log into the user. Now we are logging with the Khalid user and we will check permissions. We have EC2 full access to this user's Khalid, and as you can see we are able to get into the EC2 instances in any regions. We can change. The by default region is taking is Ohio. We are going to Virginia. Okay, nothing is running there, and we can also check with our administrator password here. Just refresh it. Now you can see password is used 2 minutes ago and now. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any query, you can comment it out or reach out to me. You can check my YouTube channel about, you can connect me, you can ask me any questions if you have. uh, I will try my best to assist you or help you. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day, have a great weekend, stay home, stay safe, happy learning, bye bye.